Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 2, Book 13, Number 17. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. The first Jumu'ah prayer which was offered after a Jumu'ah prayer offered at the Mosque of Allah's Apostle took place in the Mosque of the tribe of Abdul K at Jawathi in Bahrain. Volume 2, Book 13, Number 18. Narrated by Ibn Umar. I heard Allah's Apostle saying, "All of you are guardians." Yunus said, Ruzaik bin Hukaim wrote to Ibn Shihab while I was with him at Wadi al-Qura saying, "Shall I lead the Jumu'ah prayer?" Ruzaik was working on the land, i.e. farming, and there was a group of Sudanese people and some others with him. Ruzaik was then the governor of Ayla. Ibn Shihab wrote to Ruzaik, ordering him to lead the Jumu'ah prayer and telling him that Salim told him that Abdullah bin Umar had said, "I heard Allah's Apostle saying, all of you are guardians and responsible for your wards and the things under your care. The Imam, i.e. ruler, is the guardian of his subjects and is responsible for them, and a man is the guardian of his family and is responsible for them. A woman is the guardian of her husband's house and is responsible for it. A servant is the guardian of his master's belongings and is responsible for them." I thought that he also said, "A man is the guardian of his father's property and is responsible for it. All of you are guardians and responsible for your wards and the things under your care." Volume 2, Book 13, Number 19. Narrated by Abdullah bin Umar. I heard Allah's Apostle saying, "Any one of you coming for the Jumu'ah prayer should take a bath." Volume 2, Book 13, Number 20. Narrated by Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. Allah's Apostle said, "The taking of a bath on Friday is compulsory for every Muslim who has attained the age of puberty." Volume 2, Book 13, Number 21. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Allah's Apostle said, "We are the last to come amongst the nations, but will be the foremost on the day of resurrection. They were given the Holy Scripture before us and we were given the Quran after them. And this was the day, Friday, about which they differed, and Allah gave us the guidance for that. So tomorrow, i.e. Saturday, is the Jews' day, and the day after tomorrow, i.e. Sunday, is the Christians." The Prophet, p.b. U.H., remained silent for a while, and then said, "It is obligatory for every Muslim that he should take a bath once in 7 days, when he should wash his head and body." Narrated Abu Hurairah through different narrators that the Prophet said, "It is Allah's right on every Muslim that he should take a bath, at least, once in 7 days. Volume 2, Book 13, Number 22. Narrated by Ibn Umar. The Prophet, p.b. U.H., said, "Allow women to go to the mosques at night." Volume 2, Book 13, Number 23. Narrated by Ibn Umar. One of the wives of Umar bin al-Khattab used to offer the Fajr and the Isha prayer in congregation in the mosque. She was asked why she had come out for the prayer, as she knew that Umar disliked it, and he has great gaira, self-respect. She replied, "What prevents him from stopping me from this act?" The other replied, "The statement of Allah's Apostle, p.b. U.H. Do not stop Allah's women's slave from going to Allah's mosques prevents him." Volume 2, Book 13, Number 24. Narrated by Muhammad bin Sirin. On a rainy day Ibn Abbas said to his muadhin, after saying, "Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, I testify that Muhammad is Allah's Apostle. Do not say, Hayya, Allah's Salat, come for the prayer, but say, pray in your houses." The man did so, but the people disliked it. Ibn Abbas said, "It was done by one who was much better than i.e. the Prophet, p.b. U.H. No doubt, The Jumu'ah prayer is compulsory, but I dislike to put you to task by bringing you out walking in mud and slush. Volume 2, Book 13, number 25. Narrated by Aisha, the wife of the Prophet. The people used to come from their abodes and from al-Awali, i.e. outskirts of Medina, up to a distance of 4 miles or more from Medina. They used to pass through dust and used to be drenched with sweat and covered with dust, so sweat used to trickle from them. One of them came to Allah's apostle who was in my house. The Prophet said to him, I wish that you keep yourself clean on this day of yours, i.e. take a bath. Volume 2, Book 13, number 26. Narrated by Yahya bin Said. I asked Amra about taking a bath on Fridays. She replied, Aisha said, the people used to work for their livelihood, and whenever they went for the Jumu'ah prayer, they used to go to the mosque in the same shape as they had been in work. So they were asked to take a bath on Friday. Volume 2, Book 13, number 27. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. The Prophet used to offer the Jumu'ah prayer immediately after midday. Volume 2, Book 13, number 28. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. We used to offer the Jumu'ah prayer early and then have an afternoon nap. Volume 2, Book 13, number 29. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. The Prophet used to offer the prayer earlier if it was very cold, and if it was very hot he used to delay the prayer, i.e. the Jumu'ah prayer. Volume 2, Book 13, number 30. Narrated by Abu Abs. I heard the Prophet saying, anyone whose feet are covered with dust in Allah's cause, shall be saved by Allah from the hellfire. Volume 2, Book 13, number 31. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Heard Allah's apostles, P.B. U.H., saying, if the prayer is started, do not run for it, but just walk for it calmly and pray whatever you get, and complete whatever is missed. Volume 2, Book 13, number 32. Narrated by Abdullah bin Abi Qatada on the authority of his father. The Prophet, P.B. U.H., said, do not stand up for prayer unless you see me, and observe calmness and solemnity. Volume 2, Book 13, number 33. Narrated by Salman al-Farsi. Allah's apostle, P.B. U.H., said, anyone who takes a bath on Friday and cleans himself as much as he can and puts oil on his hair, or scents himself, and then proceeds for the prayer and does not force his way between two persons assembled in the mosque for the Friday prayer, and prays as much as is written for him and remains quiet when the Imam delivers the khutbah, all his sins in between the present and the last Friday will be forgiven. Volume 2, Book 13, number 34. Narrated by Ibn Jurayj. I heard Nazi saying, Ibn Umar said, the Prophet forbade that a man should make another man to get up to sit in his place. I said to Nafi, is it for Jumu'ah prayer only? He replied, for Jumu'ah prayer and any other prayer.